Okay, so did you know that the average job recruiter spends 25 seconds looking at a resume before deciding whether or not to discard it? You want to know how I know that? Because that's what the internet says. Okay, so maybe I don't know exactly how long recruiters look at resumes, but I don't think it's very long. And for that reason, resumes need to shine in order to get noticed. So in this video, I'm not going to talk about how to write a resume because I believe that pretty much every one of you has a resume. But we are going to talk about a few easy things we can do to make sure the resume shines. Because after all, you have a resume, but is it good? Okay, so the first thing I would say is to eliminate your objective statement if you have one. To put it delicately, objective statements are a total and complete waste of time. Objective statements typically are at the top of the resume and they read something like this: objective, obtain employment where I can utilize my financial and analytical skills to make a meaningful impact to a business. And that is a really fancy way of saying my objective is to get this job. And the recruiter already knows that because you are applying for the job. So get rid of it. Let me look at the camera and say no objective statements.
Okay, no objective statement.
Solid. The second thing I would do is make sure that I had a very clean and simple format. A lot of people mistakenly believe that if they create a nice, pretty, fancy format, that they are going to differentiate themselves in the job search. But actually the opposite is true. People don't want a distracting, fancy format. They want to be able to understand the content and look at it in a way that's familiar to them. So your lens should be, instead of how can I differentiate myself through formatting, to how can I not be distracting with my formatting? So here's my resume, and my formatting is very simple. It is company name, job title, brief description of what my responsibility is, and then results. And then same thing, company name, job title, brief description, results. That's it. The third thing you want to do is make sure that you have results in every single bullet point that you write. There's a couple of ways to do this. The first is just to make sure that you start your bullet points with action words. For example, mine, I'm looking here, grew, launched, created, kick butt. Just kidding, that's not in there. Built, led, identified. These are words that will set you up for a good bullet point that has results in it. The second way to write about results is to make sure that you have actual numbers in there or some sort of quantification. So for example, grew business by 30% in 2013 through revised consumer product and pricing strategy. Led and completed a renovation to increase sales by 3 to 5%, right? So those are action-oriented words followed up by a quantifiable result. The fourth and final thing I would do is make sure that no two resumes of yours are the same. By that I mean that you should take a look at the job that you're going after and you should customize your resume to that job. So for example, if the job description says analytical ability as part of the description, you want to throw in some bullet points that say analysis in it and show that you have an analytical ability. If the job description says creative thinking, you want to talk in your resume about creative thinking. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helps.